Welcome to the Town of Nederland 2022 Budget Public Charrette video. Throughout this presentation, we will be celebrating the 2021 accomplishments of the Town of Nederland departments. In addition, we will also outline the goals for 2022 and conclude with a review of the 2022 budget calendar. My name is Miranda Fisher, and I am currently the Deputy Town Administrator, Town Clerk. In 2021, we're working on developing a new website and have enhanced our social media presence. Huge shout out to Peter Kasich, who has taken the lead on this. We contracted with TextMyGov, which provides town updates via text message to community members. And I served as a facilitator for the Envision 2030 process. The Clerk's department has also supported with numerous municipal code updates, including researching other municipalities' ordinances. We also assisted with the Great Outdoors Colorado grant that the town was awarded for the Barker Meadows Park area. Town department also permitted the first large special event in over a year, which was Ned Gravel. And we supported businesses as they navigated changing COVID restrictions, including providing them with personal protective equipment. And on August 30th, we hired a new deputy town clerk, Macy Caligaris. The goals for 2022 include the following. Transition Macy Caligaris into the town clerk role. She was initially hired as the deputy town clerk, and the hope is to move her into the role within 6 to 9 months after her hire date. We also want to enhance the TextMyGov system so that people can text the town about issues, and we can also disseminate information based on groups that community members subscribe to. We'll also have an election in 2022, and we'd really like to encourage voter participation in order to increase voter turnout. We want to finalize an opportunity to have hybrid meetings, which would allow the public to participate both in person and from home. We'd like to support with the development of a youth advisory board and educate the Board of Trustees on ways that they can spend the Health and Human Services Fund, which is received from lodging occupational tax.
Hello, this is Dawn from Nederland Community Center. In 2021, Community Center has restored operating hours of the fitness plays, added classes and activities, supported nonprofit human service partners in ongoing pantry food distribution and senior meal delivery program. We have provided ongoing free COVID testing site for public health. We have collaborated with human service partner agencies and nonprofits to host vaccine clinics. We have maintained open public space under COVID restrictions with no outbreak, facilitated the reopening of the Backdoor Theater, and hosted the return of the Mountain Forum for PCR sale. We have also resumed the Art at the Center, hanging and reception, and hope to continue adding more public events. In 2022, Nederland Community Center hopes to secure continued sales tax funding for the Community Center through a ballot initiative this coming April. We hope to increase ADA access throughout the facility with improvements and continue to restore, expand, and diversify classes, events, and activities.
This is Rita, Town Treasurer. The 2021 accomplishments for the Finance Department are as follows. The 2021 budget book was successfully filed by the deadline of January 31, 2021. The 2020 audit has been completed and filed by the deadline of July 31, 2021. Department heads adopted a contingency budget for 2020 with substantial decreases in expenses, which balanced out the losses in earned revenue and further strengthened the town's financial position. The fund balances in almost all funds increased in 2020, excluding the sewer, an incredible accomplishment during the pandemic year. I wanted to mention the Conservation Trust Fund. The town entered into a purchase agreement for land open space adjacent to the town's southern border in 2000. Since 2006, the town has used lottery proceeds allocated to municipalities to finance this acquisition. Due to the unfortunate death of the donor in the summer of 2020, the town was given the land and no longer needs to make payments. These funds will now be used for parks and trails, improvements, and maintenance throughout town. We send our heartfelt condolences to the Wingate family for the passing of Mary Wingate, who donated the land and supported the community in a variety of ways, for which we are deeply grateful. We added a new fund called the Health and Human Services Fund, which is supported by lodging occupational tax revenue and can be used to support health and human services as well as law enforcement services. Sales tax revenue continues to trend upward, and as of July 31, 2021, revenue is 19% higher when compared to July of 2020 numbers. The certification of the mill levy to county commissioners will be filed by the deadline of December 15th, 2021. And as far as the 2022 budget process goes, this is a work in progress and the town seeks input from the public. Statutory deadline to adopt the 2022 budget is December 31, 2021. The Finance Department's 2022 goals are: create a CIP fund, which translates to capital improvement plan, file the 2022 budget book by January 31, 2022 deadline, complete the 2021 audit in a timely fashion, deadline is July 31, 2022, prepare the 2023 budget, and last but not least, continue to strengthen the town's financial position.
This is Miranda Fisher again, and in my role as Deputy Town Administrator and soon to be Town Administrator, I support and oversee the Planning and Zoning Department. For the Planning and Zoning Department, in 2021, we continued to see a steady number of permit applications, and throughout the year supported builders and the community members in navigating town code. We also supported a series of applicants in navigating the special review use process, which goes before both the Planning Commission and the Board of Trustees. In 2022, one of our primary goals is to seek funding for a comprehensive plan update. We also strive to have a specific website page that is dedicated to planning, building, and zoning in hopes that it will help builders and community members to navigate the process.
Hello, this is Larry, Town Marshal, Nederland Police. These are the 2021 Police Department accomplishments. We started with the body-worn cameras. That will be done in 2021. Obtained a grant for a new records management system. Purchased a new 2021 Tahoe police patrol car. Breathed new life into an old patrol car by replacing the engine. We have decommissioned 2 police cars. Entirely purged old cases out of our evidence room. This has not been done in 20 years. Physically destroyed approximately 50 firearms that were in that same evidence room. Installed a negative pressure exhaust fan in our evidence room. We scanned and purged any old hard copies of case files beyond their retention period. Installed a new overhead door and security system into the bio building. We'll be sealing up and blocking the eaves on the bio building to make it more useful. And purchase and deploy the Bolo Wrap, a new police tool. And the police department's 2022 goals are as follows: to become a fully staffed police department, hire a new town marshal, send officers to instructor level trainings where appropriate, continue to provide problem-solving policing to the community, hire or explore how to obtain a co-responder, potentially by sharing costs with Boulder or Gilpin Sheriff, sell a patrol car at the end of 2022 and start planning for a new car in 2023, raise starting officer pay in 2022-2023, and start a STEP program or other incentives to attract and keep quality officers.
This is Chris Pelletier, Public Works Manager. 2021 accomplishments are as follows: awarded Safer Main Streets Grant, SMS. This is a grant awarded for a project to install sidewalk on the north side of 72. For a project valued at $350,000. Permitting and first draft design will be completed in 2021. We upgraded the visitor center bathrooms, touchless fixtures, and air scrubbing equipment for visitor safety to Nederland. We're continuing the transportation improvement project, otherwise known as TIP. This year we're burying power lines on 1st Street and installing a high-speed electric vehicle charger. We're beginning the Barker Meadows Park's upgrades from a grant awarded through GOCO. This year we're installing a water line, irrigation infrastructure, pathways in Garcio Field and performance space, and are beginning the design for public restrooms in the performance area. Big Springs Drive. We're paving Big Springs Drive with town-owned paving equipment. This is a big project for the department. Last time Big Springs was paved was in 1991. We're acquiring grant to assess Public Works electric vehicle transition. This will assess current vehicles for numerous equipment and infrastructure repairs, basically all streets, stormwater repairs, equipment, dozen vehicles, snow plows, and various facilities, including parks. All right, Public Works goals for 2022. We will be paving School Road, piggybacking off the accomplishments of paving Big Springs Drive in 2021. Complete SMS construction. Again, this is Safer Main Streets grant that Public Works was awarded in 2021. This includes a sidewalk on the north side of Highway 72 from the Boulder County Housing Complex to the traffic circle. This will also include signalized crosswalks at the Nederland Library and at the Visitor Center at the intersection of First Street and Highway 119. We will substantially complete the TIP project, transportation improvement. This includes a sidewalk from Highway 119 to the RTD parking ride. Also includes a sidewalk on North Jefferson Street. And then in parallel with this project, we'll be installing, or rather repaving, North Jefferson Street and the Visitor Center parking lot. Public Works will purchase an electric truck for the department based on the assessment that was done in 2021. We'll complete Barker Meadows Park, which includes trails in Garcio Field, the performance space, installation of interpretive signage, benches, and various plantings and trees and such. And finally, we'll complete the master infrastructure plan update for streets and stormwater, which will help guide the department for future projects.
Hello, I am Jen Landon, the Utilities Supervisor. Utilities Department 2021 accomplishments. Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment performed a sanitary survey of the water treatment facility and distribution system. CDPHE conducted a compliance evaluation inspection of the wastewater treatment facility and collection system. 100% completed of the grit removal project design, permit approval with CDPHE, and applied for a Department of Local Affairs grant. Upgraded 2 process turbidimeters and controllers at the water treatment facility with TU5 turbidimeters and SC200 controllers. Decreased sludge hauling costs with successful operations of the biosolids dewatering system. Worked with Inland Potable Services to inspect and clean 2 of our water tanks in the distribution system. Worked with local excavator to repair leaky sewer taps on West 3rd Street. Multiple staff members have achieved operator license certifications and hired new staff member Benjamin Donald in September. Utilities Department 2022 goals. Codify grease interceptor policy and industrial pretreatment policy. Replace old generator in Caribou Ridge. Upgrade 1 more processed turbidimeter and controller at the water treatment facility with TU5 turbidity meter, and SC200 controller. Receive DOLA grant and install grit removal system at the wastewater treatment facility. Plan and engineer Sunnyside distribution pipeline addition. Hire metering technician to focus on water distribution system, water conservation needs, and upgrading to include water meter and meter reader repairs and AMI system maintenance. Replace fire hydrant on Lakeview Drive.
This is Miranda Fisher again, and as we bring this presentation to a close, I'd like to just take a few minutes to review the Visitor Center 2021 accomplishments and 2022 goals. In 2021, the Visitor Center hired 4 temporary employees to help in the summer, and we are happy to report that 3 have decided to stay on to be part-time employees as we head into 2022. This year, we also partnered with local artists in order to diversify the types of items we have for sale and promote their specific work. In 2022, our biggest focus is to enhance our online presence and to continue to share with visitors all of the wonderful things to see and do in Nederland and the surrounding area. As we move forward with the 2022 budget, we invite you to attend the following virtual meetings. On Tuesday, September 14th, the Board of Trustees will have their first budget work session. 2 weeks later, on Tuesday, September 28th, the Board of Trustees will hold a second work session. On Friday, October 15th, the draft budget will be posted on the town website for public review. On Tuesday, November 9th, there will be a public hearing on the 2022 budget at the Board of Trustees meeting. The Board of Trustees will then review a final 2022 budget on Tuesday, November 16th. The goal will be for the board to approve the 2022 budget and certified 2022 mill levy at their meeting on Tuesday, December 7th. Thank you for watching the 2022 Budget Public Charrette. If you have any questions or comments, please submit them to Rita Six, Town Treasurer, at acctg@nederlandco.org.